Sulphur Springs coming in, of course, with a 1-0 record. They won to Greenville. They lost last week to Briscoe Heritage 49-27. Sulphur Springs is ranked 9th in 5A Division I. Your sponsors for tonight's ball game: Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Justice Mother's Hospital, Northeast Farmers Co., Farm Country, Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. High Play. The pregame is brought to you by Super Handy. The halftime broadcast is brought to you by Galleon Insurance and Hall Oil, and also Super Handy, and also another University Scholastic. Our crew tonight: James Terry, as you know, is our producer in the SST studio. Matt Jansen, our technical director and video producer. And this game is streaming on YouTube. We want to remind you about that. KSST's broadcast of the Wildcats game can be seen live on the KSST YouTube channel, available everywhere. So as we ready for this ball game tonight, of course, the Wildcats are coached by Brandon Faircloth. He is in his 16th coaching season, 4th at Sulphur Springs, a career record of 127 and 62. 13 years at Port Neches Groves. David Collins, in his second year as the head coach of the Greenville. His 10th season as the head coach overall. His record is 35 and 61. 2 seasons at Pine Tree in the Longview area, and 6 seasons at J.J. Pierce. We're going to take a break and come back with our conversation with Wildcats head coach Brandon Faircloth when Wildcat football continues after this on KSST. Okay. 2 minutes. And just go straight to and if you can the airport down the line, that would be good. Yes, yes. James, we can hear not direct feed, so if you can, the direct air could be. If not,
so passage is they go depth.
attention, ladies and gentlemen. Just a reminder, once we get in the stadium, there is no in and out. If you leave the stadium, you are required to pay for re-entry. That is a district policy.
James, what I had in mind was you to go to a break out of this. 2-minute break.
Greenville High School alma mater, and remain standing for the Sulphur Springs High School alma
Yeah, they got red numbers on white, so we'll be able to see them.
All right. Okay, I'm going to come to you pretty quickly after we come back for your weather update. That's great. God, that's
It's got to be
kids.
250 of them.
And these are kids football?
No, they just call them the field munchkins or something like that. They just give them bleacher creatures. There you go.
That's great.
Close enough.
That's great. That's familiar.
They've got decent numbers.
Yeah, they did. I think they're getting better. Wildcat football on KSST. The Wildcats getting ready to take on the Greenville Lions in the annual homecoming game tonight. And we can tell you the two homecoming princesses are Kyler Vandermar and Lucy McKenzie, and the homecoming queen is Emma Boatman. That has already been announced in the ceremony. So again, the homecoming queen, Emma Boatman. So the Wildcats taking on the Greenville Lions. Tony Flippin, Greenville gave a fairly good outing of themselves in that first game against Frisco Heritage. They put 20 points on the board, and they were quite competitive.
It sounded like it, so hopefully this is a little better rendition than we had last year.
Greenville won the game last year, or Sulphur Springs won the game last year. Greenville 41-20. Have the national anthem here shortly from the Sulphur Springs High School Band, and we will pause for that. This game, as you may have heard me comment with Brandon Faircloth a few moments ago, goes back to 1914 between Greenville and Sulphur Springs, and it is 39-39-2, a 500 record for each team, and 2 ties over the years. So it has been a remarkable series here between two close-by cities, Greenville and Sulphur Springs. They have met now for the 81st time with this game here tonight. Last year's game, we told you Greenville won 41-20. Greenville won or lost its game last week, as we said, to Frisco Heritage 49-27. And we'll tell you here in a moment or two about some of the leading statistical leaders for Greenville. And I believe we are now into the anthem. The national anthem played by the Sulphur Springs High School Band before this game between the Greenville Lions and the Sulphur Springs Wildcats this evening. Tony, I was pretty impressed by some of the numbers here that the Lions have. Zayden Armstrong Teeters, running back for Greenville, 92 yards rushing, 8.4 yards per carry in the game against Frisco Heritage. And Jamorian Hamilton, 82 yards rushing on 5 carries, 16.4 yards per carry and a touchdown.
He broke something.
He broke something?
He had to.
Oh, he broke a long run. Right. Yeah, I see what you mean. Right. Phoenix Rodriguez is their starting quarterback. He was 11 for 28, so that's not all that impressive. 154 yards, but had a touchdown pass and an interception against Frisco Heritage. Wildcats, of course, led by their junior quarterback, Deuce Hall. And Hall last week, 10 for 10. You might have heard us comment on that with Brandon Faircloth, and I think you picked up on that late in the game against Mesquite Poteet last week. He did not have an incompletion. 146 yards, 2 touchdown passes, both to Jamorian Jeffrey. And I was impressed how Deuce Hall threw the ball down the field.
He's just, and I've watched him in warm-ups tonight. He never missed a throw. Looks like the Wildcats won the toss and elected to receive was the signal. I didn't see any kind of a deferral. The Wildcats are going to receive from the north end zone.
Let's have a weather report here from James Terry, who's been watching the weather for us. A little bit of threat of thunderstorms this evening. James?
Cleaning up behind the lines, number 47, Nehemiah Figueroa.
Well, we have the kickoff here at Gerald Prem Stadium, and Nehemiah Figueroa kicks it off for Greenville. And it's a short kick, and Wildcats fall on it at about the 24-yard line.
24-yard line. Kind of fumbled it and just didn't take a chance on starting off on the wrong foot. We'll take a longer field and losing possession of the ball.
Sulphur Springs moving from left to right on the artificial turf at Gerald Prem Stadium. Just underway. Wildcats versus the Greenville Lions. Wildcats wearing black jerseys tonight. White pants, the white headgear. And on first down, Deuce Timmons handing it off straight ahead. Big gain here for the Wildcats.
Number 9.
That is Dobson Martin.
Martin
Wow.
picking up right where he, or starting off right where he ended.
And he picks up a first down at the 35-yard line.
He may have the quickest start of any of our backs, but he runs north-south, and he's going to give you an opportunity to hit him.
Martin just started to say sophomore, but I believe he is a junior.
I think he is a junior.
He was sophomore during baseball season, and he's a Wildcat outfielder. Now Timmons taking the handoff, and I think this one is Jackson Hare.
Jackson Hare.
That looks like Jackson Hare as he bounces off a tackler, then takes it to the outside over to the far side of the field.
Got 6 yards out of nothing. They had him stopped at the line, and he keeps his feet moving, and that's just his magic. So a 6-yard gain on first down.
Second down and 4 for Sulphur Springs, opening possession of the ball game. Greenville in their traveling white uniforms, red numerals, white headgear. Timmons takes the snap, hands off, Jackson Hare, and Hare picking his way through the line. He's up to the 50-yard line before he is brought down. That's going to be another first down for the the Wildcats.
First down.
Hooten Hardware first down.
Went on a quick snap there and got 5 yards.
Line of scrimmage was the 49 rather than the 50-49 in Sulphur Springs territory. And as we had a bit of a audio problem there for a moment, and we have that corrected. But 5-yard gain for the Wildcats into Greenville territory to the 46-yard line. Who was the carry?
I didn't see it. I was looking at the machine here in front of us.
So second down and 5. And they swing it out here to Jackson Hare to the right side. And Hare has his feet cut out from under him, but he should have another Sulphur Springs first down at the 39-yard line of the Lions.
Got a line down on that play, and I'm kind of surprised we didn't have a flag. Deacon Carpenter was blocking for him out there, and by the time he got to him, he was from the back, but he must have turned on him. But we got an official's timeout. But as it is, another first down at the 39-yard line going in. First pass of the game, so now he's 11 for 11 for 2025.
And did Greenville take a timeout here, or is this an official's timeout for the injury?
Timeout.
Right.
Looks like Devin Storud. Kind of got him dropped to a knee there at midfield, maybe the breath or something like that. Hope it's nothing serious.
The leading ball carrier for Greenville is also their leading tackler. Zayden Armstrong Teeters had 9 tackles, including 1 tackle for loss against Frisco Heritage last week. So there's a name that you'll be hearing on the Greenville defense. But right now, Sulphur Springs on the march from their own 24-yard line now to the Greenville 39-yard line. And this will be the 6th play of the drive coming up. Just now, the Greenville player and Darren Storud is being helped off the field, but he's walking on his own power.
I'm so glad we got uniforms that we can see the numbers clearly.
Well, you do have high contrast both ways, especially for Sulphur Springs with the white numerals on those black jerseys. First down and 10. Wildcats have the H-back in behind the right tackle here. A back to the left of Deuce Timmons, 2 wideouts to the far side of the field, and now Greenville does take a timeout here. No score, 9:41 left to go first quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Okay. No, that's okay. I wasn't sure when you were done, so when the kickoff came, we just went with it. And I'm not sure if you got back to us by kickoff or not, but it's okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Wildcats football on KSST. Homecoming game from Gerald Prim Stadium here tonight. Greenville has taken its first time out. No score in the game with 9:41 left to go in the first quarter. We've already had the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. We've had at least a couple of Hooten Hardware first downs.
I think we've had about 3 of them. I think we're working on number 4 right here, and they're just methodically going down. This started at the 24-yard line.
Deuce Timmons, the junior quarterback, in the shotgun. Hands it off to Jackson Hare, straight ahead. Hare gets away from the first tackler, and he's still on his feet. They have still not brought him down. He went
at least 7 yards with about 6 lines on his back. This young man's got a set of legs on him and upper body strength. He just carried him. Quite impressive. Another Hooten Hardware first down.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he would be that strong, does he? He's a slender young guy. So first down, the 25-yard line of Greenville. Timmons passing. This is a bubble screen, and it is complete, and it goes down to the 15-yard line.
That's Mr. Dodd.
Right. Brody Dodd, who caught 1 pass in the game last week.
And he got Quinn Harris block out on the edge, and another perfectly thrown ball from Mr. Timmons. Right now, we're just doing as we wish.
It's a 9-yard gain, so it is second down and 1 at the 16-yard line. Wildcats moving to the south end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium.
Single back with Hare in the backfield with Timmons.
Wide out either way. Timmons waiting on the snap, fakes it to Hare, going to keep it himself. He is dangerous in his own right, and he is going to score the touchdown as he cuts back just before the goal line. Deuce Timmons faking to Jackson Hare. It broke open for him over the right side, and then he cut it back just before he broke into the end zone, and so
16-yard touchdown run.
Right. Wildcats break out on top 6-0. And Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for that 16-yard touchdown run.
That was a Hooten Hardware first down as well.
Yeah.
About 5 of them on that 76-yard opening drive.
Timmons had 2 touchdowns rushing last week, including a 69-yarder. Here's the extra point by Eric Rodriguez, and it is good. And the Wildcats lead at 7-0 as Sulphur Springs scores on its first possession of the ball game. And Wildcats football will continue after this on KSST. Okay. Good. Everything sound okay? So that is 76-yard 76-yard drive in 8 plays for Sulphur Springs. 16-yard touchdown run by Drew Timmons, his 3rd touchdown rushing of the season.
You said 8 plays. I think only 2 of them were in the air. Little swing passes on both of them that had positive yards.
And he still has not thrown an incomplete pass this season.
That's right. But he's so good on that, pulling the ball from a hair down toward the goal line. And the best player to have a chance to get him was one of our receivers because Greenville couldn't catch him.
Eric Rodriguez has it teed up for the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. A fair catch is called for at the 26-yard line. And so Greenville will start from there.
That was a case where one player gave the fair catch signal and another one came up and caught it. But one signal is speaking for the entire team, so they downed it. And they'll start from the 27.
Aiden Ray called the fair catch. So the Lions on offense for the first time. Moving from right to left, that's to the north end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium. Wildcats in that odd defense with the nose guard. Man in motion for Greenville from right to left. Phoenix Rodriguez handing off. This is to Armstrong Teeters. Wildcats say that there was a fumble and that they have recovered. They gave it to...
I don't think so, though.
Zayden Armstrong Teeters, who had 92 yards rushing and a touchdown in the game against Frisco Heritage. He has a gain of a couple of yards up to the 29-yard line.
I'm seeing a number 52 on the left defensive tackle, and there's not a 52 on our lineup sheet on mine.
Well, we'll check on that.
That's normally where number 90 plays.
And a pass in the far flat, or to the far side in the flat, from Phoenix Rodriguez.
Number 5, was it?
And that would be Chris Whitus. Yeah, Chris Whitus, who played against Greenville last year in the game played against Sulphur Springs last year in the game for Greenville, and he has the first down up to the 47-yard line.
Well thrown football.
I was impressed with Phoenix Rodriguez as a freshman last year for Greenville.
Yes, I remember that now.
In the shotgun, he is backpedaling, passing over the middle, and it's almost picked off.
He might have been just as well to let that one go because Hardy was waiting to unload on him, and he may have saved his bell from being rung and also saved Hardy from a 15-yard penalty because that one was setting up for a collision.
I thought it was Zay Godbolt that got his hands on the ball there, but
he may have. It was Hardy. I was looking at Hardy waiting. Right. He was going to make the tackle if he had caught it.
Running back to the left of Rodriguez, play action over the middle. It is complete. And in the open field at the 20, inside the 20. And the tackle made from behind.
Wisenhunt chased him down.
Creed Wisenhunt, and the catch is made by Davian Colbert. All the way to the 12-yard line of Sulphur Springs.
That was a nice fake. He put it in the running back's belly, pulled it out in a quick slant, and just happened to catch a seam. So the Lions are showing some fight right off the bat.
Ball on the far hash mark, and they give it to Armstrong Teeters. And he is off right tackle, lowers his shoulder inside the 10, gets down to about the 8-yard line. Sulphur Springs leads it 7-0, but Greenville coming right back with a threat here.
Yeah, 52 is the left tackle on there, and he does not have a knee brace, so that's not Trey Parnell. He's in the middle now. I wonder if that might be normally, I can't remember our normal nose guard.
Well, that would be Truth Holmes.
Truth Holmes.
Yeah.
I was couldn't get his name.
Up the middle goes Armstrong Teeters, and he is hit hard as he gets to the line of scrimmage, and I'm not sure if he got much farther than that.
I don't think he did. They stood him up, and Trey Godbolt came in, and he just took the pile back there. Very, very nice legal hit.
Maybe a loss back to the 8.
Yep, I think that's where we're at. Second down. We can make a first at the 2-yard line. 6:10 left. Clock stopped for a minute. We had a penalty. Penalty was declined, whatever it was.
So this is third down.
Yep.
3rd and 5 at the Sulphur Springs 8.
I imagine it was a 5-yarder for us to decline it.
Phoenix Rodriguez, the sophomore quarterback, has 2 men wide to the right side, fakes a handoff, passing for Whitus, and Whitus makes the catch, and he scores just inside the pylon on the far side. And it's a 7-6 ball game as Greenville comes right back with a nice-looking drive.
Impressive. Very nice. Just a down and out. When he caught it, it was obvious he was going to score. There wasn't anybody within 5-6 yards of him. So good answer from the Lions for the Wildcats opening salvo.
That's a 74-yard drive for Greenville. And here comes the extra point by Nehemiah Figueroa. High snap.
That's
got
blocked.
it down. It is blocked and going to be fallen on by one of the Greenville Lions there at the 12-yard line. So great job there by the Wildcats. It was a high snap, though, I thought, Tony.
Yeah, but our right-hand safety really got a good jump. I was kind of looking to see if we had a flag. He must have timed it perfectly, and if that had bounced up, we were going to the races. But as it is, we survived with a 7-6 lead. Even though we gave up that opening drive, we came out with 1 point up.
5:51 left to go in the first quarter, and this is Wildcats football on KSST. Okay, good. Everything sound okay?
This could be an up and down game. We haven't got a
74-yard drive in 7 plays for Greenville. They had a 41-yard pass on the drive. And the touchdown pass, 8 yards from Phoenix Rodriguez to Chris Whitus. The kick blocked, and so the score remains 7-6. Sulphur Springs midway through the first quarter. Entertaining ball game so far, to be sure. J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff now.
Got Jamorian Jeffrey, and I can't make sure. I think it may be Dobson over on the other side there. A lot of times it's Jackson, but I don't
Kickoff
think it is.
Goes to the far side of the field. It's a short kick. Wildcats fielded on a hop near the sideline, and who was that returned it?
I can't see. It was dangerous. He made a pretty good play. Looks like maybe number 80.
That would be Jackson Virgil.
Yeah, He kind of fielded it and got about 12 yards out of the play, I think, and that could have backfired. They backed it up some. He must have stepped out. So 45-yard line heading out. So let's see if we're ready to answer Greenville.
Wildcats at their own 45, first down and 10. They lead 7-6. Each team has scored with an impressive drive on its first possession. Ball on the far hash mark as Greenville, the Wildcats move left to right. Here is Dobson Martin taking the handoff off left tackle, and Martin lowers his shoulder and bangs across the 50 into Greenville territory for a gain of about 8 yards.
He just runs with an abandon of he's going to go till he meets something. If it's a brick wall at the end of the field, that's fine too. Got about 8 on that one, just straight off left tackle.
Second down and 2. Snap to Timmons, fakes the handoff. He's got Jackson Hare in the flat on the near side, and Hare across the line of scrimmage and downfield all the way to the 32-yard line of Greenville or thereabouts.
About 14 yards on just, again, another swing pass. This one was just a little bit high, but Hare got it, took off, and had some good downfield blocking.
15 yards on the gain to Jackson Hare.
These passes are quick, but this massive offensive line has not let anybody get close to Timmons either.
Of course, you have the big left tackle for the Wildcats, Vincent Johnson, 6'5", 315, TCU bound after this season. Timmons handing off, right side, short side of the field in this case, and that's a big gain down to about the 25-yard line.
Jackson Hare for 8.
Jackson Hare again for the Wildcats. That Swiss Army knife of a player who can do it all.
Y'all are going to hear me every night this week, or every game this week, talk. We have got 6 weapons from side to side from Timmons, and we got 3 up top, 2 down at the bottom, and every one of them can score on every play. We're loaded.
Empty backfield this time with 3 wideouts to the far side and 1 to the near side, and we hear the whistles before the snap.
Good, because that was an incomplete pass. So that was false starts. We're going to back up 5. That's going to make it 2nd and 7.
I think that's the first false start penalty against Sulphur Springs so far this season.
Absolutely. I'm not sure we had any offensive penalties that last game.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember. We didn't have any pre-snap, like you said, or offense. We had a face mask or 2 on defense. So we're going to have 2nd and 7 now.
Pushes the line of scrimmage back to the 30-yard line. Line to gain now is the 24-yard line, so 2nd down and 6. And a little bubble screen on the near side to Jackson Hare. And Hare putting on a move down the sideline to about the 18-yard line. That will move the chains.
Houghton Hardware first down, and Jamorian Jeffrey sprung him. These quick passes are all done on timing, where you've got the back catching the ball and you've got the other receiver setting up the cornerback, and all you're trying to do is get a little space.
Deuce Timmons clapping for the ball from Jeff Stevenson here. Then he backs off, apparently changed the play. Went up and said a word to the offensive line. And here's a high snap, and Timmons, lucky to pull it back down, eludes the tackler in the backfield. He is still on his feet and stumbles down to the 10-yard line of Greenville.
What a talent. They had him about 4 different times, and he ends up, I think he's going to get 7 yards out of a busted play. Fumbled snap, he was facing the north goal line and got 7 yards out of it.
So 2nd down and 3 at the 10-yard line. Lions lead it 10-6. 3:03 left to go first quarter. This is the 2nd drive for Sulphur Springs. They went 74 yards on the first drive. Timmons has Hare to his left, hands off to Hare, and Hare is wrapped up and going to be dropped probably for a loss. They might have given him the line of scrimmage there.
Line of scrimmage is the best he got. May have lost a half a yard, about a yard. 3rd and 4.
Marco Valentine made the tackle, at least made the first contact for Greenville.
If history serves itself, this play here is going to be a Deuce Timmons drop back and draw, because this is his territory, and you're trying to get him to get that first down, and he scores more times than not.
It's a loss back to the 11-yard line, so a loss of a yard.
Loss of 1. 3rd
and 4. Snap to Timmons in the shotgun. Timmons keeping it himself, looking for a block, spins away, and Timmons across the line of scrimmage down inside the 5.
Going to stop him at the 1.
And apparently did not get in.
Yeah, but he got that first down.
What a job.
Oh, he's something. And this is his territory. Yeah, this is his territory. So Houghton Hardware first down. We're going to just go straight south on them this time.
1st and goal at the 1. And it was Timmons keeping it, wasn't it? I first thought that he had handed to Hare.
I was fixing to say that.
And now touchdown.
Yeah, he got in the blue, and actually nobody touched him, and he was like he walked in, and then he backed up, and the guys came in. They weren't going to give it to him at first. That's as easy of a 1-yard touchdown run as I've ever seen.
You did see that as Timmons?
Yeah, it was Timmons. It was just a straight. He followed Jackson, but nobody was there, and he just kind of went about 50%, got in the blue, and then kind of backed out before anybody hit him.
I thought he had given it to Hare there for a moment.
No, he kept it. So Houghton Hardware first down for the score.
And Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for that touchdown that puts them up on Greenville 13-6 and now 14-6 with the extra point by Eric Rodriguez. 1:35 to go first quarter. Another long drive for the Wildcats. And we will continue right after this with Wildcats football on KSST.
Need to mention the center and Mason Cooper because we've had very good connections on every extra point this year.
It's a matter of getting it all in.
Oh, yeah.
5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff here. That's a 65-yard drive in 10 plays for Sulphur Springs. And the 1-yard touchdown run by Drew Timmons. 15-yard run, or was that a pass to Jackson Hare early in the drive?
It's a little swing pass,
right?
One of those bubble screens.
So 14-6.
Looks like we're going to pooch it again to the 30-yard line on the Greenville hash.
Wildcats with an 8-point lead. Here's the kick to the far side. And there is no fair catch this time.
No, it was, and he bobbled it.
Oh, he did fair catch?
He hit off his shoulder pads, but evidently they got on it because there was a scrum there. But no, he signaled early.
That's Damian Bankston, one of their wide receivers, on the return there.
Okay.
And as Tony said, he's lucky to keep the football for the Lions.
Yep, it hit off his right shoulder pad. He kind of got up a little bit too far up. But they covered it, going to start at the 26-yard line with 1:31 left in the first. It's been an active first quarter.
14-6 Sulphur Springs, but Greenville with a really good-looking drive on their first possession.
I'm thinking Truth Holmes is number 52.
Well, we'll have to check when we get a chance. He would normally be wearing 44.
Yep.
Keep it on the ground. Going to the right side on first down, and very little there against the Wildcats. Defense up to the 27-yard line, so just a gain of 1. So you said there is no 52 on the roster.
No 52 on what they brought us today.
Second down and 9. Man in motion from right to left. Snap to Phoenix Rodriguez. Handoff off right tackle. And again, Sulphur Springs defense standing strong here.
Looking good. Should be about 3rd and 8, maybe 3rd and 9. Good stand right here. Let's see if we can get them 3 and out. They will have to snap it one more time before this quarter ends. It's 23 seconds left.
That was Jamorian Hamilton on the carry that time for Greenville. He also had a really good first week against Frisco Heritage. Now Rodriguez passing to the far side to Whitus, who caught the touchdown pass a short time ago, and this one is overthrown.
Too high, got a little quick there. So now they're going to Wildcats forcing a 3 and out. Going to get the punt. And this is the first time I'm going to say catch the ball tonight. They've done a great job so far, and we put 2 back there, Jackson Hare and I can't tell.
Gio Ibarra.
Gio, okay, that's 2 very capable. They're not too deep. They're looking good there, so catch the football. Keep it off that turf.
This is Phoenix Rodriguez, the quarterback, who will punt.
Timeout Greenville. Something was wrong for them to use a timeout at this point.
So with the Wildcats leading 14-6, this is Wildcats football on KSST. Okay, good.
Speaking of Jay Hodge, I'm probably going to take my car next week because I'm going to try to eat supper with one of my Burgerland employees.
Okay. Back to play now. 4th and 8 at the 28-yard line for Greenville, and quarterback Phoenix Rodriguez is the punter. So do keep that in mind, that the quarterback is the punter. I don't think they would attempt to fake here, but at some point they might very well. And he will kick it away. This is a
fair catch.
High kick coming down at the 43-yard line, and that is Jackson Hare who calls the fair catch.
but he did catch the ball, so we're still batting 1,000 on that for the year. We got a lot of good streaks going so far this year on offense and special teams.
And so that punt is a 26-yard punt by Phoenix Rodriguez. Wildcats lead 14-6, 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter of this homecoming game. And by the way, as we told you in the pregame, Emma Boatman is the homecoming queen here at Sulphur Springs tonight.
We got a really nice crowd, a combination of being homecoming, but the first home game of the season too.
Probably the last play of the first quarter, man in motion on a jet sweep, and they give it to him, and that is Jackson Hare. And Hare coming around the right side, crosses the line of scrimmage into Greenville territory before he steps out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. He's just about a yard short of a first down, and they will get one more play off
4 seconds, yeah, he stepped out there.
They can put Hare in so many different positions. They can put him in the backfield in a halfback position, but they can also put him in the slot.
You got Virgil, Dodd, and Hare on to the left. I mean, that's massive.
2nd and 1. This is Dobson Martin, I believe.
Yes.
Martin banging ahead, lowers his shoulder all the way down to the Greenville 40-yard line for a gain of about 9 yards, and that'll be a first down, and that will be the end of the first quarter.
He showed a little two-step there. He went in and saw they were there, backed up, and then started again. He's so quick.
Wildcats lead at 14-6 going to the second quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Okay, good. Thank you, James. Yeah, I do. Is there any way when you talk on the air that we can hear you? Okay. Well, we might need you once again to do a weather update as the night goes along. You know, if we can hear you, it's a lot better. Or if not, then immediately give us a cue. Start of the second quarter, Wildcats football on KSST, brought to you in part by Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, and BT Medical, among others. Wildcats first down at the Greenville 40-yard line, leading 14-6. Jackson Hare in motion from left to right. Play action pass. Play is downfield. The pass perfect. And a touchdown for Sulphur Springs.
I was waiting for a gap for you there because I was going to say a lot of times from this we throw a big bomb on first down. Didn't have time to do it, but I was sure thinking it. And again, perfect pass from Deuce Timmons. Perfect.
It's Jamorian Jeffrey, who is his favorite target so far this season. That's the third time they've connected. And, Tony, there was nobody within 10 yards of Jamorian
He was
Jeffrey.
open after about 10 yards from line of scrimmage. It was just a matter of, is he going to catch it?
So that's a 40-yard touchdown pass. And the Wildcats take a 20-6 lead. And the kick is good by Eric Rodriguez with the hold by Mason Cooper. And the deep snapper, as Tony's been wanting me to mention, is Matthew Jeter. And
we've been
doing a good
perfect
job.
Connections on every extra point so far. Now, last year, that was a point of contention in the first couple of ball games that, like we said, that's going to come down and bite you in the rear end on a playoff game. But we've really worked on it. That's a credit to all the practice and the coaching staff and so forth.
Wildcats lead 21-6. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Just the one spot here, James. It's a 40-yard touchdown pass from Deuce Timmons to Jamorian Jeffrey. Wildcats on that drive, such as it was, that is 57 yards in 3 plays.
And we missed 2 Hooten Hardware first downs because they did them so quick.
Yeah. Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for that 40-yard touchdown pass on a play action from Deuce Timmons to Jamorian Jeffrey. That'll now be, 3 touchdown passes for Deuce Timmons this year, and Jamorian Jeffrey, 3 receptions. Here is the kickoff, the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. Short kickoff to the near side. There is a loose ball, and Sulphur Springs has recovered.
Let me see. That's old
Grayson
Hardy came up with it, so that's 2 times in a row. So number 22 for Greenville has bobbled it. That's Montana McEwen, and I got a feeling he might not get a chance for a third one there because you can't afford that. So here we all go at the 27-yard line now with a chance to really open this game up.
Grayson Hardy recovers the fumble. Hardy, a mainstay of the Sulphur Springs defense, last season had 179 tackles for the Wildcats.
All state.
And 6 tackles in the game last week against Mesquite Poteet. Also a touchdown. He recovered a loose ball in the end zone for a touchdown last week. 21-6, the Wildcats lead. 11:43 to go to halftime. 3 wideouts far side, 1 to the near side.
It's a double pass.
And they have a lateral pass to Jackson Hare, and Hare looking downfield there.
They actually had it covered, but that was a definite backwards pass was going to be. Got an injured Greenville player.
I've been waiting for him to do that.
Yep.
Because you know he has the ability to throw.
But just look, when they lined up there, we had Virgil, you got Hare, you got Timmons, you got Jamorian, you got Dobson. Who do you double? I mean, we, honest to goodness, are so loaded offensively, defenses are going to have to play us head up. And so if they play us head up, we're going to beat you.
That was a 1-yard gain, or just I'll call it no gain for all intents and purposes, maybe a half a yard. Here's the fake to Hare, and Timmons keeps it himself and almost causes a man to break his ankle there on the fake, and he is across the goal line for the touchdown.
Goodness. 27-yarder. I keep telling you, every time he touches the football, he can score, and people might think that's just trying to be a homer. He's proven us to be pretty correct.
27-yard touchdown run, and what a move he put on someone there at about the 15-yard line.
He left 3 or 4 garments on the field. Hooten Hardware first down.
And Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for that touchdown run. Beautiful broken field run there by Deuce Timmons. Faking the handoff to Jackson Hare. And Hare, of course, drew a lot of attention from the Greenville defense. Here's the kick by Eric Rodriguez out of the hold by Mason Cooper, and the snap by Matthew Jeter, and it is good. And Rodriguez perfect so far with his points, although they had a low snap in the game last week. 28-6, the Wildcats lead. 10:36 left to go first half. This Wildcats football on KST.
Greenville's got a nice size crowd tonight.
Yeah, I'm
proud of that.
They really did.
That's good. They need a little bit of good fortune. They've had some down times.
Yep, well, they sure have. Yeah, that is a good turnout.
9 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
The J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff coming up here in just a moment. 28-6, the Wildcats lead. The touchdown Tony set up, remember, when Grayson Hardy recovered a bobbled snap on the kickoff from the previous touchdown. And the Wildcats had it at the 28-yard line, I guess that was. And then on second down, the beautiful 27-yard touchdown run by Deuce Timmons.
Montana McEwen better get ready and catch this one.
Rodriguez only backing off about 3 yards, 3 steps, and again we have a ball bobbled out of bounds, this time fortunately for Greenville.
I don't think he actually signaled that time, but he was close to the sideline and it went off his hands. I'm kind of surprised he's still back in there.
Yeah, that's Montana McEwen.
Yep, that's 3 straight bobbles, one of which, well, 2 one they recovered, one they lost, and this one just happened to go out of bounds. So we're going to start at the 24-yard line, or 23.
23. So Timmons now has a 16-yard run, a 1-yard run, and a 27-yard touchdown run. 3 touchdowns here in the first half.
And we're hurting our own stats because we spread it out so much. I mean, honest to goodness.
Also the 40-yard touchdown pass not long ago to Jamorian Jeffrey. Greenville now, I believe, running their first offensive play of the second quarter, and this is bubble screen, but the Wildcats diagnose it perfectly, and the receiver is tackled for a loss.
James Johnson came up there and made a perfectly timed dive to feet and caught him for a yard and a half loss. Perfectly played. It's their version of the bubble screen that usually turns into a 10 or 15-yard Jackson Hare run.
Second and 12 for the Greenville Lions at the 21-yard line. Ball on the far hash as they move from left to right. 28-6 Sulphur Springs. Phoenix Rodriguez, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Has 3 men wide to the far side and 1 to the near side. Handoff up the middle. Little draw play, and it opens up briefly, and then the Wildcats close the gap. Short gain, and this is Armstrong Teeters. Zayden Armstrong Teeters, who had 92 yards in the game last week against Frisco Heritage, gets the loss back to the original line of scrimmage of the 23-yard line, so just a couple of yards.
Okay, right now we've got Parnell in the nose and Truth's out on the wing. Parnell's in for the first series that I've noticed.
They're down and 9. Pass over the middle. They connect. Yep. It's Chris Whitus who makes the catch. Yep. He had the touchdown reception in the first quarter, and they have a first down here at the 40-yard line.
Very nice pitch and catch there.
That's 17 yards on the game.
Referee gave him 1. It should have been on the 40.
The 41-yard. Gio Ibarra made the tackle for the Wildcats. Clock rolling with 8:48 to go until halftime. Lions moving left to right, approaching midfield. Rodriguez in the shotgun, backpedaling, feeling the pressure, will throw it away.
26 there.
That's Alex King.
Alex King, he had a bead on Mr. Phoenix. Mm-hmm. He was making up ground too.
Second down and 10 from the Greenville 41-yard line.
And again, aside from Holmes and Parnell, we are not a big defense, but we are cat quick and we can run with you.
Well, if you heard Brandon Faircloth in the pregame, we talked about why they went to the odd man front. Mm-hmm. And it is to get more of their quick players on the field.
And a lack of having a lot of people that can play defensive line. Parnell's got him this time, and he's going to lose that battle.
Hand off to Armstrong Teeters up the middle, and he was going nowhere.
Trey Parnell, who you'll remember had a severe knee injury last year, and I witnessed part of his rehab after my knee surgery, and the young man worked hard, and he's done it all year.
I do remember that.
Yep. It was a major deal, and I watched him in the rehab because I had about 6 weeks of it myself, and he was there when I was.
3rd and 11 for the Lions. Rodriguez in the shotgun. Stepping up, gonna run it, and we'll go down at about the 44-yard line. That may have been the better part of Valley.
Yeah, he took a slide. He knew he wasn't going to get the first down, but now they come in. I thought they might be going to go for it, but like you said, Phoenix is the punter, so he had backed up. I thought they were going to try to quick snap it and catch us.
They only give him the 42-yard line, so that's where he started his slide, and now it's 4th and 9. And once again, Phoenix Rodriguez, the quarterback, drops back in punt formation here.
Gio and Jackson in the back. Gio's away from us on the east side of the field.
Clock is rolling, just over 7 minutes to go until halftime. Here's a long count here.
Well, they took a timeout to keep from having 5 yards, and again, that's not very good use of your timeout. They're now out of timeouts for the half, and 2 of these. What's the difference in 5 yards right there? Other than saying you didn't get a penalty. I'd rather have the timeout in case I've got a drive at the end of the half.
28-6, Wildcats lead. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Okay, one spot. More sponsors: City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet, Pre-game Super Handy, Halftime Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. Thanks to our KSST Wildcat sponsors. And here is the punt now, coming out of the timeout. And here we have a bobbled punt here by one of the Wildcats, but they pick it up and avoid a disaster there. Yeah, so Gio Ibarra, rare bobble of the punt.
Going to start on the 26-yard line. Yeah, it came back to him relatively quick, but when you're running east-west, those scout teams can really get after you. So Wildcats are 4 for 4 on offensive possessions. Let's see if they can put a 5 spot on it before halftime here. Plenty of time.
31-yard punt by Phoenix Rodriguez for Greenville. Wildcats start at the 26, and as Tony points out, they have scored on every possession. Wildcats move from right to left to the north end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium.
And it looks like Dobson's starting to get in the back there. That's freeing up Jackson Hare a lot.
Deuce Timmons in the shotgun, fires one out into the flat on the near side, and that goes to Jackson Virgil, who makes the catch and then motors down the field to about the 34-yard line.
He just ran over 2 or 3 and got what he could. Got a short 8 or a long 9 out of it.
Call it 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats at the 34-yard line.
Dodd and Jeffries up at the top.
Jeff Stevenson out over the football at center for Sulphur Springs. Timmons waiting on the snap. Play action pass, back pedals, throwing deep for Jackson Virgil, and knocked away at the last moment there by the Greenville defender, and making a nice play for the Lions there, Bravion Colbert.
That's the first incompletion of the year, and I think if he had thrown it about 2 seconds quicker, Virgil would have had time to run under it because it couldn't quite get to him.
Virgil looks dangerous.
He does. 6'5", at least 6'4". They don't give us any stats, but he's close to 6'5" and a sophomore.
So here's 3rd and 2 from the 34 in Wildcat territory. And they give it off here to Jackson Hare. Hare going off right tackle, cuts it back. Crosses the 35. He will have the Wildcat first down at about the 39-yard line. Let's see where they put it down. It will be the 40.
Hooten Hardware first down for Jackson. That's got to give the coaching staff a real good feel at 3rd and 2, knowing you got people like Dobson Martin and Jackson Hare, not to mention Timmons, that can all get 2 yards just about when they need it. We're going to get spoiled this year on offense.
First down, Wildcats at the Sulphur Springs 40. Timmons waiting on the snap in the shotgun, gives it to Dobson. Martin going left, cuts back right. Martin breaks a tackle and gets up to the 45-yard line for a gain of 5 yards.
Coming up on 5 minutes left, still plenty of time to just methodically go right down the field.
Dobson Martin is a junior. Did not see him on the varsity last year at all.
No. Yeah, you've got Timmons, you've got Martin, you got Virgil, you got Deacon Carpenter. We got a lot to look forward to once this year's done, but we got a lot of this year left. We're going to have some fun.
Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Wildcats lead 28-6. Man in motion from right to left. Handoff. And on the carry here for the Wildcats is Jackson Hare. And Hare looking for a block. Finally bounces outside. Turns it upfield. Crosses into Greenville territory, I think. They give him the 49 of Greenville.
Get the first down.
And they do move the chain, so that's a Hooten Hardware first down for the Wildcats.
And Jackson was a little bit irate at the Greenville player. He got him legally at the line, out of bounds, but he took him down. But the official got in between. We sure don't want any sportsmanship fouls or anything, but we also don't want any ankle injuries when you're not supposed to be tackling them. So we got out of that one.
Borderline late hit there, perhaps.
Yep. One of those unwritten rules.
First down at the Greenville 49. Play action pass, and he fires it out to Jackson Hare on a bubble screen. And Hare, using his blockers expertly, crosses the 45-yard line of Greenville and is out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And you don't normally use the term pancake block with a wide receiver, but Jamorian Jeffrey had the cornerback on the ground as Jackson went around him and then went and got some more of the next guy.
18 yards on the gain. The bubble screen to Jackson Hare. 28-6, the Wildcats on top. Sulphur Springs scored on its first drive. Greenville came right back and made it 7-6, but it's been all Sulphur Springs since then. First down from the 31-yard line, and Timmons passing in the flat
to Dodd.
This goes to Brody Dodd.
He's kind of come out of the shadows this last week. Also, like you said earlier, late in the game he got some, but this is about 3 times he's touched it, I believe, this game.
Gain is to the 24-yard line. So that's a 7-yard gain, and it'll be second down and 7 for the Wildcats. Sulphur Springs has all 3 timeouts should they need them.
Yeah. Now we got a 6-man front with Harris in as a somewhat of a tight end.
Timmons in the shotgun, moving to his left, looking downfield, going to keep it, and steps out of bounds near the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
He went out at the 24. That should be no gain, basically.
3rd and 3. That play, though, we had 6 linemen. You had Harris in as a tight end, so it was going to be a drop-back pass. Jackson was on the left side, and they had a runner get out to the right side of Timmons, and Jackson picked him up and just took care of him. I mean, everybody's doing their job.
We'll set that offensive line for Sulphur Springs here in a few moments if we can. They don't get enough credit, as offensive lines never do. Here's Deuce Timmons on 3rd and 3, using his blockers and working behind that big offensive line. He gets the first down at the Greenville 18-yard line.
Just follow your blocker there. Hooten Hardware first down, and it's another one of those that the coaching staff's got to have a lot of confidence knowing you can call several plays from 3rd and 2. And the defense has no clue which one's going to get it this time.
Yeah. First down, Wildcats moving to the north end zone. Greenville 28-yard line. Timmons has a back to his left, 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left, passing over the middle, caught, touchdown, Wildcats.
Harris right down the gut.
That's Quinn Harris.
Quinn Harris.
His first catch of the season, as far as I know.
Is it? It may be. But perfectly thrown ball by Timmons. And I mean, it was just a matter of he had the time. That offensive line kept everybody off. He had the time to set up and let him break free, and then it was nothing. This is so much fun at the moment.
18-yard touchdown pass. Quinn Harris is normally the Wildcats H-back. I'm not sure. I don't think they had an H-back as such that time, so he was probably in the slot.
Well, he may, but he could have been in that tight end position. I don't know.
Here's the kick by Eric Rodriguez, and it is perfect. 35-6, Wildcats. 2:50 to go.
Mercy.
2:50 until halftime, and Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go, Wildcats, for that touchdown pass from Deuce Timmons to Quinn Harris, and this is Wildcats football on KSST. Good.
Yeah, my scores are working, so that's going to be good.
Great.
Let's see what my pitch.
3-1 in the fourth.
Oh, good.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. James Terry informs us that the Rangers are winning against the Astros. Did he say 4-1?
4-1, I believe, or something like that. Huge series with the Rangers, I believe, 4 or 4.5 out from the Astros. 3-game series now. I believe we had 7 or 8 left in the year. So don't give up on our Rangers just yet. But this one's huge to get that first one.
We'll have those Saturday and Sunday games this weekend for you on KSST, the Rangers and the Astros. 35-6.
Got number 4
Sulphur
for
Springs.
Greenville over here this time. That's Aiden Ray. We got rid of number 22. He had enough chances.
That was a 74-yard drive in 10 plays. And here's the kickoff by Rodriguez. Again, a short diagonal kick to the near side.
25-yard line, fair catch.
We saw him kicking into the end zone against Mesquite Poteet, but he has yet to really put the foot into one tonight.
That to me is just respect for the Greenville receivers that are deep. So I'm fine with it if there's a reason. I wasn't fine with it when we decided in August that we're going to kick diagonal and give them a 70-yard field or 65-yard field. And that's just me. They don't need my approval, but it sure aggravated me. But to me, if it's a sign of respect to their deep men, more power to it.
Right.
Because they've yet to get one receiving yard, return yard.
I think Tony has some other scores around the area, maybe in the district, that he'll be sharing with us here as we get the opportunity. Play action pass on first down, and it is picked off by Creed Wisenhut for Sulphur Springs off the hands of a Greenville receiver, and Wisenhut a nice return here to the far side and then down the sideline.
That was just a hair overthrown, and Wisenhut was in perfect position to get it. He picked it off at about the 32-yard line and took it back to the 20. So a 12-yard return, and we're going to get to go and hang 42 on them by halftime because we still got 2:35 and all 3 of our timeouts.
Wisenhut, the interception, returns it to the 20-yard line. He made the interception, I would say, about the 35.
32, 35, went right in there. I gave him 12, 13 yards on the return.
A great return. Creed Wisenhut, by the way, the regional 100-meter sprint champion.
He was moving pretty quick, and I actually thought we were fixing to get I thought he was going house on that one because I thought he was going to get a block right on the sideline, but they got to him with the pursuit.
And he was on some of the Wildcat relay teams that also went to state. We'll talk about that if we get a chance at halftime.
He can definitely lay it down.
35-6. Sulphur Springs with a chance to extend the lead. Handoff up the middle. Jackson Hare. Hare pops into the secondary.
Fumble.
Loose ball, and that may be recovered by Greenville at the goal line.
It was at the 1-yard line. It's going to be Greenville, so tough luck by Jackson. And I think he's down. I hope he's just kind of frustrated, but they're calling for him. So
recovered by Nolan Duncan for Greenville.
That's the first turnover of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
I was just about to say, yep.
So we got an official's timeout as they tend to Jackson.
And we'll take a break with Sulphur Springs leading 35-6, 2:24 left to go first half. This Wildcats football on KSST.
I don't like the body language.
Yeah. Look, James running extra.
Nope, they're getting him up. All right, he's tough.
3, 2, 1.
Good news, Jackson Hare walking off the field on his own power here. Might have had his bell rung there. Tony looks a little disoriented.
He may just be a whole lot mad knowing the competitor that he is, and that could be bad news for Greenville next time. Looks like they may be going to take him into the locker room this close to, with only 2 minutes left in the half. They're going to get him in there,
check him out,
see what he needs, get him in some air conditioning.
He was having an animated conversation with Deuce Timmons as they walked off the field.
I think he's kind of sour right now. And why are we putting the ball at the 20-yard line when they recovered it on the 1?
Well, apparently they thought or ruled that he recovered in the end zone.
Well, they were wrong, and the line judge had it on the 1-yard line.
Yeah,
so.
I thought it was the 1. So Rodriguez back to throw, has a man out there, and it is caught at midfield. At the 20, at the 10, will he be caught from behind? No. It's an 80-yard touchdown bomb.
Number 5.
That's Whitus, Chris Whitus, who had the touchdown in the first quarter.
Perfectly thrown ball, and so here we go. But that should have been from the 1-yard line, but kudos to Greenville for a perfect pitch and catch, and the boy can run there too. Whitus can move out. Because we had Dodd right behind him, and I could see that he was trying to time himself for a dive, and he just never could get the angle he wanted.
I'll show my age. That put me in mind of Don Meredith and Bob Hayes.
Yep.
Classic bomb.
And a bad snap.
Low snap, and they fall on it back at the 15-yard line or thereabouts.
So they've scored 2 touchdowns and blown the extra point on both of them. And we got a player down, number 1, who is obviously in some pain.
A Greenville player?
Yep. He was one of them that was trying to get on the pile. It may be number 12 instead of 1. I think it is.
Well, we will take a break here with the Wildcats leading 35-18 and the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff coming up. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
So they've scored 3 times with no extra points. I didn't think they'd scored but twice.
That's. I think you're right. I don't know why they've got 18.
I'm thinking it's 35-12.
It is.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
So Greenville takes advantage of the fumble recovery that was ruled to be in the end zone and therefore a touchback, putting the ball at the 20-yard line, and on first down, a beautiful play-action pass with Phoenix Rodriguez, their sophomore quarterback, throwing a strike down the field to Chris Whitus, who had at least a step on the nearest Sulphur Springs defender, and Whitus showed a terrific amount of speed as he took it all the way to the end zone.
And he threw that ball about 45 to 50 yards in the air from where he was.
Yeah, they have a pretty good talent there in Phoenix Rodriguez.
Here's a couple of scores while we're waiting for the injured players. Paris is playing Texarkana Pleasant Grove, and it's Pleasant Grove 14-7 at halftime. Cooper's behind Collinsville in the start of the third quarter, 7-0. Community, a district opponent, is behind 28-0 to Quinlan Ford. Cumbie is losing to Union Grove 7-6, so a close game there. Winsboro is dominating Redwater 58-7, and it's not yet halftime. Pittsburgh is up 21-8 over DeKalb. Como is up 23-0 over Big Sandy with a minute left in the half, so good news for the Hopkins County. Salina is delayed, so they're in some of that lightning. Mount Vernon's up 20-15 in almost half, and we'll get some more at halftime.
Good for Como Picton.
Good for Como Picton. They deserve some positivity.
Let's hope they hold on in the second half there. Kickoff, the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff coming here from Nehemiah Figueroa. And he kicks it short, and it is taken on a fair catch for the Wildcats at the 23-yard line. And that's Jamorian Jeffrey for Sulphur Springs.
I don't know why we're fair catching it, because they're kicking it out of the coverage, but whatever. We've fair caught both. They've corrected the score now. It is 35-12. They had 18 on there, and I didn't remember that. I thought maybe I'd had a nap and wasn't aware of it.
It does give you a start, doesn't it?
I do that some too, so it's very, very possible.
Well, it's been an impressive showing here for the Wildcats offense in the first half. By the way, that offensive line for Sulphur Springs, Big Vincent Johnson, 6'5", 315 is the left tackle. Aiden McCarroll, the left guard. Jeff Stevenson now the center. Josh Lopez is the right guard, and Damian Berry is the right tackle for Sulphur Springs. Give those guys a lot of credit.
I look for Sulphur Springs to try to score with 2 minutes left. We're going to throw the ball. There's the first one.
This is Deuce Timmons going to Jamorian Jeffrey, who had the touchdown catch a while back, and it's up to the 35-yard line, close to a first down.
They're going to give it to him.
They are moving
I
the
thought
chains.
it was real close. They decided they didn't want to measure. So we got a first down, clock stopped, and he did get out of bounds. We got all 3 of our timeouts, and there must be some sort of an injury for Greenville over there because there's a stoppage. Because the Water Girls are coming out feeding the refs.
Yeah, Greenville is out of timeouts.
Yep. Very poor use of their timeouts, so it must be an injury.
Creed Wisenhunt, who is number 10 on the football team. Creed finished 3rd at the state track meet in the 100 meters. He was also district champion, area champion.
Making an announcement here about Creed Wisenhunt and his exploits during the track season. I'm not sure why we're making that announcement right now, but he's waving to the fans.
Yeah, they've got him pulled out, but they said he was 3rd at state in the hurdles, and
he had an incredible track season, but the whole track program did as well. We'll pull that story out at halftime and give that to you. But they had the Wildcats had terrific success during the track season.
Yep. So 1st and 10, 2 minutes. That was 2 minute warning. That's our extra timeout now. I got to get with this new. Just a straight up 2 minutes. So everybody gets in essence 4 timeouts for the half.
I had forgotten about that.
Yep.
Yeah, the 2 minute warning now in high school football. Snap to Deuce Timmons on first down, feeling the pressure, but eludes that first tackle, and a flag goes down as he steps out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
That's going back 15. Deacon came in and got a block in the back with the referee looking right at him, and he had already – Timmons had committed to go out of bounds, so that's one of those that you need to learn from this, and the coaches are pulling him out and talking to him right now, so they're going to tell him, make sure that it's warranted. So we'll go back 15. It's going to be 1st and 25.
Now that was
20.
That was not the signal for block in the back. He did this.
A lot of times you can't see that they've got their hand up, or some of them, they don't give us the.
At any rate, you're right.
In the mirror, it's going to be they went 15 yards.
It's 15-yard penalty.
Well, if they did that, then it was clipping or personal foul, one or the other.
It was a personal foul rather than a block in the back.
Could have been. It could have been chopping with his fist closed. So either way, now 1st and 25, and you know what? I bet we get a first down.
A minute 53 to go. Wildcats still, have 3 timeouts.
Yep.
This is first. Did we say 1st and 25?
1st and 25. A little screen, and we've already got the first down.
This is Dobson Martin, who's a dangerous man in the open field. He gets ahead of steam.
Let's try 36 yards on our 1st and 25. That's not a bad thing. You remember the old cartoon where it was the cat in the trash can whose feet shuffled so much it just looked. That's what Dobson Martin's feet look like when he's running. He is cutting it up in a hurry.
Well, that was 1st and 25.
Yeah. So you call up a 35-yarder.
Here's Timmons.
Great catch from
Making
Virgil.
the throw to the sideline, the near sideline to Jackson Virgil, who gets his feet in at the Greenville 36.
9 yards on that one, so 2nd and 1. Still a minute and 23 left. So the Wildcats are going to get there. They're going to get some sort of points out of this, be it 3, be it 7.
2nd down and 1. 35-12, Greenville leading. Timmons, again under pressure, and gets away from the rush, tucks it, down the sideline and to the 22-yard line. Very late flag here. He has the first down easily, of course.
So we got 3 flags. Virgil got up, and we got about 6 Greenville. So we're going to get half the distance for an unsportsmanlike on Greenville unless they get Virgil as well. So they're looking at the flags are on the 22, would put it at the 11 if it's what I'm thinking. But Virgil got up quick, and there was a whole host of Greenville guys in his face yapping. And so to the credit of the officials, there were at least 2 flags came up quick. So here's the call, dead ball, personal or unsportsmanlike on Greenville. So that's going to be half a distance in the first down. So we're going to be on about the 11-yard line. There it is, first and goal, minute 15.
It's a 14-yard gain by Deuce Timmons. A couple of plays ago, 34-yarder to Dobson Martin on a 1st and 25. And the Wildcats knocking on the door again, leading 35-12 with a minute 15 to go.
Who gets the ball down here at the 10 as a general rule?
Well, Timmons,
Mr. Timmons,
the guy that you have to
there he goes.
think about. All right, he fakes to Dobson Martin, and then he tucks it under his right arm and crosses the 5 down to the 2-yard line.
So that's going to be 2nd and 1. And in essence, it's 2nd and goal. So normally here, he just snaps it and just steps in. Goes to the side as the running back.
He really uses his blockers.
Oh, he
holds back, and Jackson here too.
And that's not coached. We got some God-given talent on this team.
They're no hurry to get across the line. They just wait for those blocks to develop. So
we got Keyshawn John in the backfield now.
2nd and 1. They give it to Keyshawn John and banging ahead. Close to the goal line.
I think they're saying it's first down that he didn't get in. I think he got there, but it's at least first down and goal from the 6-inch line. So good hard nose. That's Keyshawn's first carry of this game, if not for the season.
And you've got a talented back there in Keyshawn John who doesn't get to see as much action as he would for a lot of other teams.
Exactly. Timeout. So Sulphur Springs first of the half. So we got 18 seconds left. I didn't think we were that close. But
it will be 1st and goal at the 1. We'll stay here. They're so close to scoring a touchdown and likely scoring a touchdown. We're so close to halftime. We'll go ahead and keep it right here.
6-inch line, so this should be a formality.
By the way, that's a Hooten Hardware first down for Sulphur Springs there at the 1-yard line. KSST's broadcast of the Wildcat games can be seen live on the KSST YouTube channel, available everywhere. So go ahead and check that out. If you're listening on KSST radio, switch over to YouTube and see what this thing looks like.
Got Keyshawn in there again, but I bet you Timmons gets this one and just follows him in. We've still got 2 timeouts. No, he gave it to Keyshawn.
Gives it to Keyshawn John, and he scores standing up.
So that should be 42 points to a half. That's a pretty nice offensive half there.
Keyshawn John, the 1-yard run. The only time the Wildcats did not score here in the first half was when they fumbled down at the, we thought it was at the 1-yard line, but it turned out to have been recovered in the end zone, or so the officials said. So now the extra point coming up here, and the snapper is Matthew Jeter. The holder is Mason Cooper. Eric Rodriguez, the senior, very reliable kicker for the Wildcats. 41-12.
May get leg fatigue this game.
You know, they really need a net there at that end of the stadium, don't they? Because he's very capable of putting it in the street, and he just about did.
Yep.
It's good. 42-12 with 11 seconds left to go in the first half. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
It's got to be demoralizing on that other side because they just can't stop us.
Yeah.
But I just
a lot of teams not going to be able to stop.
I think we're going to do this all year. It's a matter of, like for Panther Creek and Salina, does the ball game be a 52-50?
Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for that 1-yard touchdown run by senior Keyshawn John. And we're just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff here. That was a 75-yard drive by the Wildcats in 9 plays. 34-yard screen pass to Dodson Martin was a key play on the drive.
And in the past, if we got the ball on the 25-yard line with the minute 24 or whatever, we'd have just run out the clock about midfield. But I told you we were going to score. And it's not bragging at the moment. Number 4 is fixing to see if he can fair catch it. Aiden Ray.
Short kick to the near side. Had a fair catch call for, but another player
Another guy came over.
stepped in and made the catch.
Number 9.
That's
Demorian Bankston.
Yeah,
Damon Bankston. And Greenville's got some nice-looking athletes out there, too. They've got some good skill people. Got the young quarterback.
They scored 27 points in the season opening game last week against Frisco Liberty.
They've got some talent. It's just this is just dominant. This is almost, of course, not in near the ball game, but this is almost the equivalent of our state championship game where I was sitting in the stands telling Dayton, go ahead and score so we can get the ball back because our scoring was so much fun. Yeah. It was like a tennis match. Well, this is like playing tennis against a brick wall right now because it's so one-sided, but it's fun.
So 11 seconds on the clock. You would expect Greenville would just take a knee here.
Yep, or run one up the gut. They want to get in the dugout.
And that is what they do. There's a handoff that goes to Armstrong Teeters between the tackles and probes his way for gain up to the 30-yard line, and that will be the end of the first half.
Very nice opening half for the home opener. We got a big crowd that's awful happy at the moment.
Wildcats have a 42-12 lead at halftime here of the homecoming game as they go to the locker room. And by the way, as we told you early on, the homecoming queen tonight is Emma Boatman. The 2 princesses are Kyler Vandelar and Lucy McKenzie. But the homecoming queen this evening at Gerald Prim Stadium, Emma Boatman. 42-12 Sulphur Springs. We're going to come back here. We'll have some conversation about the first half. We'll also have the performance of the Wildcat Band and the Blue Blazes when Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. Okay.
I'll go ahead and play these 3 spots before I hand it back to you.
Great.
West, no rain yet. They're playing this pass moved into Hunt County, but it's not quite to us yet.
Okay, good.
We got 1 incomplete pass, right? I believe. I don't think
I wouldn't swear to it, but I think you're right.
No, we got 1 where to Virgil they tried a deep pass. And I think that's the only pass because the other one I think we had a penalty.
Would you go next door here in a little while and ask them about?
Yeah, 52.
Wildcats football on KSST. It is brought to you by Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, and J. Hodge Chevrolet. The pregame is presented by Super Handy, and now we have reached halftime, and halftime is presented by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. So thanks to all those fine sponsors. 42-12. The Wildcats leading here at halftime. And, Tony, I don't know if I want to run through all of the scoring individually here, but it's been quite a show put on by Deuce Timmons. Let's see, he has a 16-yard touchdown run, a 1-yard run, and a 27-yard TD run. He has a 40-yard touchdown pass to Jamorian Jeffrey. He has an 18-yard pass for a touchdown to Quinn Harris. And then we have Connor John with a 1-yard TD run for Sulphur Springs. But really, really impressive show in the first half by the Wildcat defense. And I'm seeing lightning off to the north here, Tony, right now.
That's the last thing we need.
A little concerned about that. Greenville Flaming Flashes taking the field, one of the, if not the first, high school drill team in Texas with a great history. So we will be enjoying their performance. But well, I just can't say enough about the Sulphur Springs offense, but give the defense credit as well. They have allowed a couple of touchdowns. Greenville scored on their first possession. They really put together a pretty nice drive.
That's the only drive they had. The other one was a one-play bomb that just was a great play. But
they had a 74-yard drive on 7 plays in their first possession as Phoenix Rodriguez connected on an 8-yard pass to Chris Whitus. The kick was blocked, and it was 7-6 at that point, with the Wildcats holding on to a 1-point lead. And then the other touchdown, as Tony just said, was an 80-yard bomb from Phoenix Rodriguez to Chris Whitus, and that was a thing of beauty, as Whitus was about 2 steps behind the nearest Wildcat defender, and Phoenix Rodriguez hit him in stride, and he took it all the way to the goal line for that Greenville touchdown there. 42-12. The Wildcats leading at halftime. Sulphur Springs on the road next Friday night at Bullard. And last year, Bullard gave the Wildcats a pretty tough game. Let me see if I can find the score of that game here. I don't have that anymore, but well, if I
don't remember
dial
what
it back up a page, it was a close one though, as I recall, and not expecting it to be as challenging a game this year, but you never know, do you? So,
no.
Let's see. That one last year was 24-14.
Okay.
24.
I think
14,
we got up early,
win.
and then they scored to make it closer, and we couldn't put them away.
Yeah.
I think we got out decent, but so forth.
And do you have some other scores to pass along to
I
us?
should have a good load of them for you this time. Again, these are Hopkins County scores or district opponents is the way I did it. Paris still down 14-7 over from Texarkana Pleasant Grove, who is number 2 in the state. So that's a great ball game.
Wow.
Cooper's behind 7-0 start of the third quarter to Collinsville. Quinlan is over Community 28-0. I think Community is going to be the bottom of the district for us. They're just outnumbered. Cumbie is down 7-6 to Union Grove, and with 18 seconds left to half. Winsboro killing Redwater 58-7 at halftime. Pittsburgh Pirates up 21-8 over DeKalb at halftime. Como-Picton 23-0, still not quite to halftime, so good job, Como. Salina, no score there in a weather delay against Waco Levada because there's storms up that way. Mount Vernon is up 26-15 over Rusk at halftime. Mount Pleasant and Lindale are playing, and it's 7-all. Still 10 minutes left to half, so they must have gotten a late start. Emory is behind Leonard 28-12 at the half. Commerce is up 19-6 on Blue Ridge in the second quarter. Panther Creek all over Dallas Carter 35-0. Of course, Carter's been our by-district opponent for 2 or 3 years in a row. 3, I think.
Wow.
And then Aubrey is up 10-3 over Kennedale at half. So a lot of scores going. And
well, that is a surprise. Panther Creek leading, did you say 35-0?
35-0, but Panther Creek is loaded this year.
Yes, they are.
I would like to see the Panther Creek Salina game when they play, and I think they play like the first or second district game of the season.
Early in the season, I know that.
It'd be nice for that to be on a Thursday or a Saturday. I'd sure like to go see it.
As I recall, they played at the Cowboys facility in Frisco last year, so I suppose they'll play at Salina this year. Well, some college games, Tony, tomorrow. San Jose State at Texas. These are 11 a.m. games. East Texas A&M at number 14 Florida State tomorrow. And Florida State coming off the upset of Alabama.
Yeah.
31-17, I think it was.
I think what you say there is thank you for making our athletic budget. We're going to get some national exposure, come out healthy. But kudos to East Texas A&M for going down there and saying, we'll play you.
A&M at Florida State at 11 a.m. Baylor at SMU at 11 in Dallas. Kent State at Texas Tech. Utah State at Texas A&M at 11:45. Texas State at UT San Antonio. That should be a terrific rivalry there. They're not separated by more than about 30 miles or so. 2:30 tomorrow. Houston at Rice is the only night game tomorrow, and that will be at 6.
Who is our Texas State? We got a Wildcat playing for Texas State from 2 years ago, and I'm getting so old I can't remember
Well, wait
names.
a minute now. Wait a minute.
You write things down. I just let things pass through my head and leave. But we got one.
Skylar Lewis.
Skylar Lewis. So,
Yep.
though if you can find that one, well, you can root Skylar on.
Yeah, Skylar Lewis is with Texas State, and of course Brady Driver is playing for Lamar. I would want to keep up with how they're doing as well. So it is halftime here, 42-12, the homecoming game at Gerald Prim Stadium. And Tony, again, I've seen some lightning flashes off to the north here. There's another one, but apparently it must be quite distant, or there would be something said about some sort of delay.
I promise you, we've got monitors, and the minute it's eight miles in, it goes to 30 minutes every time you got a lightning strike within 8 miles. So.
Well, we had the hour-long rain delay or lightning delay in the Cowboys-Eagles game last night. You just don't think of that for an NFL game, but I guess they have the same rules and the same procedures as the high school and college
it's just gone full circle. Back when we played, as long as the lightning didn't hit you, you're still going. Nowadays, you can't. Safety is first and foremost to these people as well as the fans. So you can blame them, but you can't. So that's just part of it. What will happen here is if we get delay and it turns excessive with the combination of the lopsided score and non-district, this game might not be finished.
That's a good point.
But hopefully we'll get through it with no delays and get to play football.
This is a trivial point in a way, although it is relevant. We haven't had a chance to talk about it. One of the assistant coaches for Greenville is Fred Biletnikoff Jr. And you have to be of a certain age, maybe, although Fred Biletnikoff is a Hall of Famer. Everybody should know who Fred Biletnikoff was, the great wide receiver for the Oakland Raiders. And boy, those were some great teams. But his son is the co-defensive coordinator for Greenville. And I was talking to Bob Moody, who was the Greenville broadcaster before the game. And Fred Biletnikoff Jr. had been a head coach at a high school in Las Vegas. But he made the move to McKinney because of a romantic relationship, or maybe it's his wife, I'm not sure, but made the move to McKinney and was looking to get back into coaching, and is now the co-defensive coordinator for Greenville. Well, of course, probably pulling what hair he has left, if he has any hair, considering that his father was pretty much bald.
Yep.
But he can't be too thrilled with how things went for his defense there in the first half.
A good story. When I saw that and said it, you've got the connections with Greenville to find out who could back it up. But when I read that, when the young lady brought in our rosters for our broadcast, when I saw that, I'm like, surely not. But you verified it, so
not too many Fred Biletnikoffs in the world.
No, he was the original Stickum.
Right.
He used to just look like Pigpen running down. He had tape all the way to his elbows on each arm, and then had that sticky gum all over him to where I think he could catch it and never touch it with his hands.
Jersey was usually all torn up.
Yeah.
Those were great teams, fun to watch, those Oakland Raider teams back in those days.
And they were the Al Davis Oakland Raiders. We want to hurt you teams.
Yeah. 42-12 at the half. The Wildcats leading the Greenville band performing and doing a beautiful job right now after the Flaming Flashes. We'll take a break, and shortly we will have the performance of the Blue Blazes and the Sulphur Springs High School band. Man, oh man, that Wildcat band. When Wildcat football continues after this on KSST. I know what the other thing was. Yeah, check about Truth if he's wearing 50. Yeah, I think you're probably right.
All right, thank you, James.
Okay, James, thank you very much. James, I'm sure, is keeping an eye on the weather for us. And so, James, if you need to break in at any time and give a weather report as to the threat of thunderstorms or what have you, then please do that. 42-12, the Wildcats leading at halftime. We said that we would tell you something about the Wildcat track team, who had such a great season during the spring, and a lot of those guys are football players. Creed Wisenhunt, who was recognized during the 2-minute timeout here a short time ago near the end of the first half, and then got a chance to acknowledge the fans. Creed Wisenhunt was the regional champion in the 100-meter dash with a time of 10.6 seconds. He had an interception in the first half for the Wildcats and a nice return. The Wildcat boys 4x100-meter relay team of Keyshawn John, who scored the touchdown here from 1 yard out a short time ago. Deuce Timmons, the Wildcats quarterback, Gio Ibarra, and Creed Wisenhunt finished third in the region with a time of 41.85 and missed making the state meet by less than 0.3 of a second. This was the 4x100-meter relay team. Keyshawn John, Deuce Timmons, Gio Ibarra, and Creed Wisenhunt. The 4x200-meter relay team of Creed Wisenhunt, Deuce Timmons, Ty Bybee, and Grayson Hardy finished fourth and missed state by 0.02 of a second. Vincent Johnson placed fifth in the shot put. So, the Wildcats had a terrific track season, and wanted to mention that because quite a few of the football players are involved with that. And Tony, you went next door to check on some numbers.
They don't have it. I'm quite certain 52 is Truth Holmes. And if you didn't hear, we are under lightning delay. They did make the announcement.
I did not hear that.
Yep. So we're 30 minutes anyway right now from doing anything. So we will not have any more halftime performances. They've announced that people maybe should take cover or whatever, and there was a decent flash right there to the north. So this could get interesting with a wide margin and non-district ball game as to what we do. So we'll just have to hold and watch. Right.
42-12, the Wildcats leading the Greenville Lions. We have certainly seen enough action in the first half for an entire ball game. Nobody would feel cheated if the thing ended at this point. But I know that they would hope to finish this game. As we said, the Wildcats next week will be at Bullard, down south of Tyler, so that'll be a little drive for us. And we'll bring that game to you on KSST and streaming on YouTube. As we've told you a couple of times, our homecoming queen, named before the ball game here tonight, is Emma Boatman. And the princesses are Kyler Vandelar and Lucy McKenzie. So the Wildcats leading 42-12. And James, I think we will send it back to the studio here then for a while. And you might want to, I'll leave it to you. You are the producer, but you might want to go to the Rangers game and see how that's going. But we will leave that to you. Rangers at last report leading over the Astros 4-1.
I'm trying to call it up on my phone right quick. See what's happening.
Wildcats football is brought to you by the Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet. Pregame is presented by Super Handy. The halftime is presented by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. And the University Interscholastic League is also a sponsor of Wildcats football. Did you have any update?
It must be the middle of the 7th because they were showing the flags like they do when they play God Bless America. So went to a commercial. But I've got it on here. I'll be able to check when it comes back in.
KSST, of course, is your station for Rangers baseball, and we will have the game tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon for you on KSST. So we will break it off here with a lightning delay at Gerald Prim Stadium. We have been seeing lightning off to the north, and I saw some off to the east here just a short time ago. And we'll keep you informed as to when the game resumes. And when it does, then we'll be right back here with you. I'm John Mark Dempsey, along with Tony Flippin. Our game producer is James Terry, and Matt Jansen is our technical director and video producer. And we will be back with you in a short time with the Wildcats leading at halftime over Greenville 42-12. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Okay. I think that would be wise. I think it would be, it's up to you, James. I think it'd be good to go to the Rangers game at some point here, but you're the boss. You're the boss of this deal. Well, I tell you, we're gonna disconnect, and we'll connect. We'll call you back when we're ready to go again.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, very good, James. Thanks. After you disconnect,
3-1 Texas, bottom of 7. Did you see the thing the other day, the Houston pitcher, where the catcher gave a signal or something and the pitcher didn't like it? And evidently he threw a straight fastball that was supposed to be a breaking ball down and away, and it basically handcuffed and hit the catcher, and it almost looked like they were fixing to go fight on the field.
Wow, I've never seen that.
I hadn't either.
You don't remember who it was?
I know the pitcher was that left-handed Framber, yeah, the good one, and I don't know who the catcher was.
Will not be charged to get back in with this special circumstance if you'd like to go to your cars.
What do you say?
Probably something about letting them go into their cars and wouldn't need a ticket to come back in. That'd be crazy if they were trying to charge people for coming back in. There's a lot of lightning there. We're not going to finish this game. Won't be near as many come back after halftime if we play. I'd like to know how Running back is. Are you ready for another Colorado vacation?
Yeah. It was nice. It's been hiking fast.
47, fourth quarter, Pleasant Grove.
In the backfield, Peter Well, Griffin gets. Comes up from the linebacker position. Yeah, it seems like the snap is just floating back there. Yeah. And you have to think that this is going to be a passing play. I'm sending the house. You're going to have to call it. Timeout if we're going to make anything happen. Standing next to the official on the sideline. Timeout. They stop the clock with 1:02 remaining. We're going to stay here with it. We'll take to the end of this one. We got 1 minute left. Definitely want to take the time to thank all of our many sponsors that allow us to bring this stream to the masses, and appreciate their support. Because without that, we would not be able to do this. And tonight we actually had all three schools on the Texas side at home. So you had the Liberty Ilo stream and the Texas High stream, and after this one, you may want to switch over to the Texas High stream, hearing that it is a very, very close game across town. We've got 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining in this one. Paris with 4th and 1. Relatively quick game tonight. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes since in real time. Shelton clears it out down the field, and it is intercepted. So Gunlock with the interception there.
Okay.
That one, so the Hawks will have it. The second Paris drive in a row that ends in a turnover. Position game. True. Knock it down. Marcus Floyd, good extra effort run, gets all the way across midfield to the 49-yard line. He's going to come out, give a breather. Looks like Grove will have to run at least one more play. I'm going to guess this one's going to be a handoff to Griffin Gibbs.
Paris and Pleasant Grove. Paris will lose 24-7.
Who's that doing the video?
There's a Texarkana Game Day does video for all the schools in Texarkana.
I would be surprised if they did. Looks like everybody from Greenville's headed out.
Rangers portion just turned down because we're still streaming.
I would end the stream.
Okay, I don't know how to keep it back, though. Is that okay?
James, this is John Mark. They have called the game off here. I would like to be able to do a more complete recap, but I kind of hate to interrupt the Rangers game. I know you don't mind. Okay, we'll do it quick. Go ahead and bring it back to us, and we'll do it as quick as we can. Okay. Okay, James, thank you very much. We will get back to the Rangers game very quickly. This game has been canceled because of the lightning in the area, and so the Wildcats will officially win this game over Greenville tonight, 42-12. That was the score at the end of the first half, and we will not play any further in the second half, as just about everybody at this point, especially from Greenville, has headed. Tony, your thoughts on this very impressive one-half win for the Wildcats tonight?
This is as good as we can. As good as we can play offensively right now. Number 3 is one.
There we go.
There we are. It's as good offensively as we can play. We scored 6 out of the 7 times we touched the ball, and when we fumbled, it was inside the red zone, fixing to score 7 for 7. We have shown that people have got to worry about our offense. Our defense yet to be tested for a full game. We'll see whether or not Bullard is any more of a test. I kind of don't think it will be, so I think next week's going to be more of the same, and then we'll check ourselves against Mount Pleasant back here at Gerald Prim.
The Wildcats junior quarterback Deuce Timmons, a 16-yard touchdown run, a 1-yard run, and a 27-yard run, a beautiful broken field run. That one, touchdown passes of 40 yards to Jamorian Jeffrey and 18 yards to Quinn Harris tonight. Wildcats football brought to you by Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet, Super Handy, Galleon Insurance, and Hall Oil, also the University Interscholastic League. So it's a 42-12 win for the Wildcats after one half. The game stopped by lightning at Gerald Prim Stadium tonight. Thanks to James Terry, our producer, Matt Jensen, our video producer and technical director, and Tony Flippin. I'm John Mark Dempsey, and we say goodnight from Gerald Prim Stadium. We go back to the Rangers-Astros game.
Thank you, guys. We'll be rejoining the Rangers game after these messages from our sponsors here for the Wildcats. Good job, guys. We'll talk to you later.
All right, fellas.
All right.